When it comes to mindset, obviously it's difficult because you can't necessarily see the growth there like a muscle growth. A specific, you can't look in the mirror and go, okay, the gym workout's working. Look at my bicep; it's so much bigger. And I think for a lot of us, myself included, that lack of clarity or that lack of awareness on the improvements that are taking place can be sort of a hurdle that you have to jump that maybe slows down the progress. Is that something that you notice? Because you mentioned that you want to see people thrive. And thriving is obviously something that requires work over time. It's not something that you reach and you're like, all right, we've done it, great.
Very, very much so. We're in a consistent state of gaining insight. Because as an insight is when we have a sight from within and we see something new about our world. And what's fun about being human is we've got another 1 trillion insights waiting in front of us for the rest of our life. So you're right in that our brain changing is intangible. Like, how do you make it tangible? That and there are methods, there's ways, there's reviews that I do with clients and that I teach the practitioners that I train to be able to make the intangible tangible, to make the invisible visible, because otherwise our brains delete to sort generalize and they're like, I'm the same. And then I'll point out, you've done that, you've done that, you've done that, you've done that. And they're like, oh, wow. And that's one of my favorite things about integrative coaching and teaching this is that a lot of the time people are progressing and evolving when they're moving in a direction because I see that we have a GPS inside of us that is guiding and calibrating to the ever-changing nature of the road. But my role, and I think what's important, is to be able to support people to see how far they've traveled along the map. Otherwise, they're just looking at the road and the road looks the same. It's like, no, look how much you've covered. Look how much the GPS, which is your inner wisdom, has guided you. And inner wisdom comes from insight. Again, every insight we have, my favorite phrase is nothing has changed in the world, yet everything is different. Because we're seeing a different world through a new lens, through a new sight within.